Hey everybody, Stephen Province here again with the Cerner Healthy Fitness Centers, bringing you another at-home workout that requires very little equipment. Today, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this bag of dog food. Okay, you can use a bag filled with books or anything that fills up. What we're going to do is a supine pullover with it, so obviously you want it to be sturdy enough to not fall apart and fall on top of you. We're also going to use something elevated. I'm going to use my bench back here. You can use a couch, a set of stairs, a tote. We're going to do Bulgarian split squats as well as elevated hip press, so make sure it's sturdy enough to be able to support your trunk weight while doing those exercises. So we're going to start with a general quick warm-up here, starting with a few controlled articular rotations or CARs, and progress into slightly bigger movements that will be beneficial for the movements that we're going to do today in the circuit. Modified world's greatest. So I'm in a low lunge, back toe nice and stacked, knee is down, front knee is nice and tight to the body, front foot is flat, not up here. Okay, it is nice and hammered heavy through the floor. I'm gonna reach it down in the opposite way. Rotate open as far as I can, keeping that knee nice and tight. I'm not letting it fall open. Okay, open. Step it forward to a deep squat. Notice my feet are flat, knees are out. Okay, so your different position. Feet are flat, sitting down, my back is nice and stacked. If you have a hard time getting in this position, and you notice yourself being like this, another way to get into this position, start in a bear crawl position. Keep your knees down, sit your hips. Now walk your hands, and then nice and easy sit it back. Okay. So I'm going to be right here. I'm going to hold for a 10 count before I go into some hip lifts. Got tension on my elbows. My elbows are also into my knees. After that 10 count, I'm going to reach my toes. I'm going to give a little bit of tension on my toes. Then I'm going to press my hips. Notice my back is nice and flat. I'm not arching through. Okay. Down 5 times. Okay, so for that first circuit, like I was saying, we have Bulgarian split squats. I'm going to use my bench. Remember, you can use any elevated, sturdy surface or structure. I'm going to start here. Back foot can be spiked, can be pointed. Whatever you are most comfortable with and are more stable with. Okay, my bench is relatively high, so I am more comfortable with pointing my toe here. If you have a little bit lower elevation, I would suggest spiking your toe. That'll add a little more kind of stability into the movement itself. So these are going to be controlled. You can somewhat say tempoed work here. So I'm going to start with my weight. Most of my weight's going to be forward over my front knee. Notice how it's slightly bent. I'm not locked out. Have a nice bend. I'm not too far forward. I'm not too far back. I'm going to slowly lower into position, kind of settling back with a slight pause, explode up. You might give yourself a 3 to a 5 count on the lowering phase. We're going to do 5 each leg. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause, up. Okay. If you do not have an elevated surface, or that is too high, too challenging, your stability might be a little too far off, you can do, you can do a regular split squat. So same idea, majority of my weight's going to be forward, my back toe is going to be spiked, front foot is nice and flat, gripping the floor with the toes. I'd say about a 60 or 70% weight shift over that front toe. I'm not going to lean forward, and when I come down, I'm just going to drop straight down, just like that. Or another modification is a reverse lunge. So from here, with that same weight distribution, notice how I was nice and easy into that back foot. But 5 each leg on your Bulgarian split squat, okay? If this is too easy, and I'm going to challenge you, if it is too easy, mess with the tempo, drop slower, and then maybe go to something else, like your bag you can hold in a front rack position. 5 reps. Into supine pullover for 10 reps. So if you're like me, you don't have a super heavy bag, which you don't need a ton of weight on this. I'm going to show you a way that you can use your own tension to create a heavy feeling or create your own resistance essentially. So how we get started here, laying flat on your back, nice and heavy on the heels. My knees are about hip width apart and they're nice and strong, so I'm nice and heavy. I'm tight through my trunk, so I'm pushing my low back through the floor. Grab my bag, and I'm going to create as much tension as I can through my entire upper body. So I'm squeezing the bag, crushing this dog food. My dog's going to hate me for it. Matter of fact, I don't think she's going to care. She's going to eat whatever I give her anyways, because she just loves eating everything. Lying flat, I'm going to keep my elbows at 90 degrees the entire time. Start at my chest, reaching over to the floor. Nice and controlled. Quadruped adduction to abduction. Using your wall, I'm going to use my handy dandy entertainment slash weight rack center here. I'm going to push my hips, my shoulders into the wall. Outside leg goes nice and long. Notice it's not up, it's just straight out and being as long as I can. From my shoulder to my heel. I'm going to pull in to the wall, which I'm a little too far here, which that's fine because I can feel it in my lower leg. I'm not bending to it. That's what this is for. I'm going to push into the wall for a 3 count. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to adduct out to the side, keeping it as high as I can without shifting too much until I hit the floor. Give a 2-second pause. 1, 2, up. Bring it back across. Do that 5 times. Abduction, adduction equals 1. Man, if done correctly, that one burnt. That one burns. So we'll do that 4 times before. So go back to your Bulgarian split squats, your supine pullover, back to your adduction into abduction for 4 full rotations before moving on to the second circuit. So for round 2, or the second circuit, we're going to do elevated hip press for 10 reps with a slight tempo in there, into plank with shoulder taps for 5 each, 10 total with tempo, and then mountain climbers for 10 reps each side. So for your hip press, something nice and sturdy that you can reach your mid shoulders to and have your elbows on comfortably without having them too high or too low. Okay, mine are just about right. I'm going to push in. I have to elevate just a little bit. Starting in your tabletop position, getting nice and comfortable. I'm pushing my feet through the floor as well as back into the wall. I'm nice and solid through my glutes here. Pressing down, explode. 1, 2, 3. Back down nice and easy. Press up. 3 seconds. We're going to do 10 reps. Tucking my chin to my chest. Being sure whenever I drop, I'm staying nice and straight through my spine. Not rounding my back to the floor. into 5 each arm, 10 total plank with shoulder taps. We're gonna do a 3 count up, 1, 2, 3 count down. So 3 count up, 2 count hold, 3 count down, 5 each side, alternating. Okay, modifications for this is down. Notice I'm not back in the quadruped position. I mean, technically I am in a quadruped position, but I'm forward into a modified plank. So right here, I don't want to shift. 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Very little weight shift here. 1. Okay, right into mountain climbers, 10 each leg. So get into that plank position. Now watch how I do these. I don't want to jump my hips, okay? I'm staying nice and low. That round, you're gonna do 4 full rounds or sets. Okay, be sure to take your breaks as you need them. If you feel like that's too easy, like I was saying, be sure to challenge yourself on your tempos. You can always mess with the tempo. Keep the reps where they're at for now. Mess with the tempo, add weight if needed, or modify lower if needed as well. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. As always, stay healthy, stay active, be good, and take care. Until next time.